airchecks.com. Radio's greatest hits.
Gambling, you're gambling. Days are through. When it's raining, it's pouring. Here's Imus in the morning.
Jim Iyer left 4 or 5 hours ago. Put all that stuff on tape. I don't know what's going on. Farmer Better than Bus. Dynamite hit pound from Al Green. Let's stay together. It's 7:43 at WNBC. I'm Imus in the morning. WNBC weather, partly sunny and cold today. High in the 30s in Manhattan. It's cloudy down 20 degrees. Crazy Bob is next. Right now, here in the studio, live and in living color. Jim Iyer. Jim?
Yes, Don.
Now, what is your story? You have been here since when?
3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Don.
Jim, I understand that your wife, Pat, of some 15 years, listens to Imus in the morning. Is that true?
Consistently, yes. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't miss it.
So the reason that you have asked me to say that you were here since and put you on the air is so that you can get out of the little jam that you're in. Is that true?
Slightly, yes.
Are you in it? Are you in a jam?
Not that I would be willing to admit to.
Let me ask you this, Jim. Why would your activities be suspect? I mean, is there a past record of you having saying you've been at work and...
Not really. No, not really. Apparently, the radio reception way over there in New Jersey throughout the night, despite my strenuous work and great expertise in journalism, is not exactly good. So she doesn't quite understand the ramifications.
Maybe the mics weren't picking up well at the Rainbow Room. Today's story, boys and girls, is one I like to call Rosebud. And it goes something like this. Sick, isn't it, kids? Once upon a time, there was a king and queen who fell in disfavor with the local witch, who decided to get even with them by placing a curse on their beautiful daughter, Rosebud. The curse was, if ever the beautiful princess should prick herself with a needle, she would immediately fall asleep and would sleep for 100 years. One day, a sewing machine salesman came by the castle, and sure enough, the princess pricked herself on the needle and immediately fell asleep. Several years went by, and one day a handsome prince came by and noticed a sleeping princess. Legend had it that if the handsome prince came by and noticed the sleeping princess and kissed her, then the curse would be lifted and she'd wake up. Well, the handsome prince kissed her, hung around for a couple of days, and then cut out. Later on, the beautiful princess was placed in Bellevue, where she was strapped in her bed. Years later, Ripley's Believe It or Not did a story on the beautiful Princess Rosebud who got pregnant from an automatic sewing machine.
Thank you, Crazy Bob. Be here next time, boys and girls, when Crazy Bob tells us how multiple sclerosis chairman Oral Roberts plans to heal all of the victims and keep the contributions for himself.
WNBC is New York, New York.
747 in the Big Apple. To Sarah with love. Lulu. Close enough. Let's take a Lipton tea break. That's all right. Hey, it's the perfect break drink. Mid-morning break, mid-afternoon break, mid-any kind of break. Lipton tea tastes so good that you just can't rush through it. It makes you take a real break. It relaxes you and unwinds you. Makes you feel that you've had more than just a little minute. You've had a long Lipton moment. Lipton flow-through tea bags, like 2 bags of flavor in one. Reminds me of my first wife. 2 bags in one. Not more tea. I got that joke from Herb Oscar Anderson. I want to tell that right on the radio. Man, I'm not one of them cats, you know. If I steal, I steal, right? Not more tea flavor. Have a cup right this very second. If you are a young lady who has ever tried a Lipton flow-through tea bag, I want you to call me right now at Plaza 78866, because I have some exciting news for you.
When Lipton blows the whistle,
You gotta have a cup of tea.
listen to the Lipton whistle.
Brisk, brisk, brisk. Lipton tea.
It is real good. Lipton tea. Partly sunny and cold, high in the 30s in Manhattan now. It is cloudy and 20 degrees. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Have you ever tried the Lipton flow-through tea bags?
I certainly have.
What do you think?
Terrific.
Is it?
It certainly is.
Ma'am, could I ask you a personal question?
Go right ahead.
Are you married?
Certainly am.
Ma'am, have you ever thought of giving your husband before bedtime a hot cup of Lipton tea?
I do every night.
Do you?
Yes.
And what how does it work out pretty good? you know what's in the tea?
Yes, it works out fine.
I see. Isn't that good? A lot of people didn't know that, did they?
No, they didn't.
Okay. It's 5 till 8.
I'd like to.
That sounds like they're singing Coca-Cola in there, doesn't it? Well, you're really pulling over on us, but that's good stuff, so do I care. It's 7:57 in WNBC. I don't mind, I'd like to have him send a case up to old Imus in the morning. At 7:30, well, are you kidding around? Of course not. It's 7:57 at WNBC. My name is Imus in the morning. WNBC weather is going to be partly sunny in Fremont today, high in the 30s. In Manhattan, it is cloudy and 20 degrees. The 7:35 train from Stanford has been canceled. Passengers can board the 803 Express. Oh, man, I tell you, I got it all together today.
Hello, this is Big Wilson. I've always felt that every home should have a record player.
Wonderful.
From 10 until 3, let it be me on WNBC.
Big Wilson today at 10 o'clock. Big's topic today will be wife swapping. And not necessarily what you think about it, but if you have ever experienced it. And then if you, of course, would like to relate your opinion, that's fine. And I would like to remind you that these different topics that Big has does not necessarily mean that Big approves of it or anything. It's just, well, they're just the realities of life, and that's what we're for, is to talk about realities of life. And today it is going to be what they call out there in the suburbs, wife swapping. Please do not call me and ask me about it. You can call me and ask me, invite me or something like that, but Big at 10 o'clock. This is WNBC in the city of New York, and my name is Imus in the morning. And as Crazy Ted from 3 to 7 says, here is Sugar Lips.
NBC Radio News on the Hour. Mike Moss reporting. President Nixon's new plan to end the Vietnam War. NBC News.
Good morning. This is Charles McCord, WNBC News. It's 18 degrees at 5 minutes past 8 o'clock on Manhattan. This is Charles McCord, WNBC News. Now back to WNBC's Imus in the morning.
Gambling, you're rambling, days are through. When it's raining, it's pouring. Here's Imus in the morning.
I would like to take this opportunity, Charles, to congratulate you on a marvelous report this morning.
Well, thank you very much, Donald. Are you lying through your teeth? What's going on?
No, Charles, I have decided that I would like to bury the hatchet.
Bury the hatchet?
Yeah.
You have the necessary equipment?
Right between your ears, clown. Get out of here. Great job. It is 8:11 at WNBC.
Your number one for classic radio listening. Airchecks.com.